I built a medical technology that became one of the most successful in the world in surgery. And this is important for you all to know in this room. The most difficult country to get approval for a medical device is Japan. You actually sell a Japanese product. You sell a product that's actually Japanese. What that says to me is, if it's approved as a medical device in Japan, and it is, then you have one of the most sophisticated approval processes right now in the world. Japan is the hardest. So if you have a Japanese product, you have already gone through what took me 12 years to go through. 7 to 12 years to get approved. That's a common approval process. The United States is 7 years, Japan is 12. Guess how much it cost to develop my last product? $30 billion. That was just the US. So when I had to go to the other countries, we had to spend even more and even spend training dollars to try to get individuals to actually help us to move that product. Why is Kangen so different? Because Kangen's based on your testimony and you guys rallying around, right, what works. And so the advantage of this product, to be really clear, is that this price that you're selling this product for today is so inexpensive in the medical field. Because they're not, the cost of all that training is being done by you guys as independent distributors, volunteers, and family members and friends. You're not in a massive corporation where all the cost, liability, and all that is now having to be put into this product. So I think Kangen's done a great job. They made the price affordable. What would this product cost in the US? It would be about 3 times that. If it were a medical device in the US, offered under a medical company that I used to have, it would be 3 times what it cost to have the same product in the United States, which would make it almost impossible for you guys to put this in kitchens, right? And in other areas of your home. So that's the advantage that you have. I think a lot of people that say it seems expensive have absolutely no idea what they're saying. It's actually inexpensive. I don't work for the company, but I've never seen anything like this in my life. You actually have a business that would have cost me $30 million to do when you leave here and sign up with somebody that brought you and purchase a product today. $30 million. This doesn't cost $30 million, does it, Tamia? No. No. It's the price of what the unit cost. And you now have a company. You have a company day one. That's a big difference, you guys. I speak all over the world on how to start companies. In colleges and universities, I speak about how to startups get going in Israel. My excitement for these young startup companies is, do they really have a proven product? And will they have enough money to actually make it? Look at the difference here. You guys are all startups, and all you need is the equipment and just your testimony. Got it? If there was a competitor, is it approved in Japan as a medical device? Of any of the equipment that's out there today, is it being used as a medical device in any hospital or surgical case anywhere in the world? If you can't find a competitor that has that, then there is no competition for this product. You see what I'm doing? So those that are out selling products that are competitors have a huge disadvantage because they're not really approved as a medical device. They may be approved as a health product. But if you're doing something for your health, wouldn't you prefer to have something that's proven, right? And so I'm sharing this with you right now. A competitor to me is how long, what's their background, what's the historical significance of that product, how well is it done in the medical field, what's the patient outcomes. These are things I look for. And in the case of this Magic equipment, Kangen, it is a really very successful product from a medical background. You're selling it as a health product, but you have that advantage. So, if there's a competitor that's approved as a Japanese product, it'd be neat to see that. I'm not sure that they exist. If there's history of these other products that are being made today, I'm talking about history, 40 years, or are they just made from last week? Are they just being thrown out from some factory somewhere in China or some other country? Again, there's not a historical perspective. So the advantage for you guys is history and success. My wife didn't ask me, she just bought it. Now remember, she knows what medical devices should sell for, so because she likes a discount, she got a great price on it. Right? $4,000, I think. SD501. So I, Tamia, decided I would do something a little different. I was going to prove, since this device was something she bought, that it probably wasn't exactly what she thought it was. And so I had my engineers take it apart. Am I right, Tish? I took it apart. She was asleep. And we decided to look at the inside of my product. So I'm going to share this with you right now. My company is not published. We don't have a lot of online. We don't do any social media. The engineers that work for me are the most famous in medical device development in the world. I believe that. If you ever look them up, when I go to these big conferences, everybody wants their autographs. These are really smart engineers from every end of the scale, from data, from metallurgy, electronics, every aspect of medical device development. I have the best in the world, I believe. And I've won the best awards. So I had these guys take a look at this machine. Here's what happened. They all called my wife and ordered their own equipment. They didn't call me, they were afraid to tell me that there was no holes in this equipment. None. The platinum in here is medical grade platinum. And if you guys have competitors that are talking about platinum, there is a huge difference between platinum and medical grade platinum. Medical grade platinum has to be certified. It cannot be diluted. Platinum in general, which I can purchase today, you get all different grades. But this one has medical grade platinum. And that produces the hydrogen gas. It produces the high ORP negative charge you guys are getting. My engineers came back and said, this machine is so good, we need to talk to your wife. And I didn't know what they were going to talk about. They all ordered equipment, all of them. How many machines did you sell that day, Tish? 10. She sold 10 in one day. To the guys I asked to find holes in it. So, my wife is doing well, that's why she has the bling bottle. But I will say this too in closing. I really believe you guys have a unique opportunity. You don't have a lot of high upfront cost, which is what I have to live with. You have very little upfront cost because if the equipment already is needed for your own health, you have nothing to lose. And you have an immediate business and a liability that you don't have to be concerned about, right? Because if the machine works and individuals are becoming healthier, that's a great testimony for your lineage.